In a lot of RPGs, you're given the mechanics fairly early on, then left to your own devices. New mechanics might be thrown in towards the end, but they often feel tagged on or arbitrary. Scarlet Nexus is an intricate web of narrative and gameplay where the sheer opportunities in combat feel endless. While there's a hell of a lot to remember, it's easy to master. In the final third of it, you feel like Neo from the Matrix, an Omega level mutant, even God. I'd normally give a brief overview of the story before I dive into the bread and butter, but it's more important to whet your appetite with the main course first. The combat in Scarlet Nexus is the best I've seen in years. Better than Nier Automata, Astral Chain and God of War. Well, maybe not God of War, but it is fantastic. There are so many moving parts, and with every hour that passes, something new is learned. Even now, I'm thinking about jumping right back in and spanking a gang of others, which are the monsters in the game, with my psychokinesis, while manipulating time, teleporting, and using the art of clairvoyance. Scarlet Nexus offers two playthroughs. Yuito and Kasane are the main protagonists, and you can experience both their stories if you like. Each has the power of psychokinesis. Both have light and heavy attacks, but they also have the ability to launch surrounding items through the air. Be it a truck, statue, oil drum or a huge icicle, there's plenty to send crashing into enemies. By mixing Yuito's sword attacks or Kasane's floating stars, objects can be thrown either after or before. This little flurry can do a fair bit of damage, and it's only the start. As the story unfolds, you're introduced to your teammates. Each one has a special psionic ability that can be used by you in battle. Connecting minds through something known as SAS, you borrow an ability for a short while. Some others are susceptible to fire or electricity damage, while others are invisible. Each other has a weak spot, so mixing these abilities is necessary if you want to take everyone down. For example, Gemma can harden his skin to reduce damage, Hanabi uses fire and Shiden uses electricity, Arashi can slow down time, and Kyoka can duplicate herself up to 3 times the damage. There are times when all 8 abilities are available at once. It's unadulterated chaos and you'll feel like a kite in a hurricane. You can call upon an ally and initiate combo vision, where a party member attacks an enemy and deals some much needed damage. Then there's Assault Vision, a 2-button prompt that materialises on screen where they'll do a longer, more focused amount of damage. There's other small additions to the combat that I haven't even mentioned, and it all comes together to create something addictive and alluring. With so many abilities to get to grips with, even more mechanics are given to you and you'll use every one of them. Brain Crush is perhaps the most useful. Each enemy has a crush gauge. Once it depletes through damage dealt, the opportunity to use Brain Crush appears. By pressing the left trigger, you'll rip their energy source that looks just like a light bulb from their body in a sexy and short cutscene. As you do more damage throughout the various levels, your brain drive activates. This gives you a temporary supply of buffs like reduced effects on your psychokinesis gauge and added attack power. Then there's a hallucinogenic mindfuck that is Brain Field. After you gradually defeat enemies, the option to press both analog sticks at the same time will pop up at the bottom of your screen. Press them and you enter a state of focus where everything goes neon and a completely new level of combat opens up. If you hadn't already noticed, there's a real emphasis on the word brain. In your downtime, Kasane and Yuito receive brain messages from other characters. Sometimes they just build on the story, but they can also offer opportunities to build your bond with the sender. After every mission, you return to your hideout for something known as the standby phase. During this time, you can chat with your party members and complete bond episodes. These help to make friendships blossom, but they can also improve your bond with characters in combat. At different levels, the ability to use combo vision becomes available, as well as additional time using friends' abilities. They often take place in a visual novel style setting, but sometimes you might be required to go hunting monsters or find a particular item. Gifts can also be purchased from the shop to improve your bonds. These range from Baki Bears, old PCs and candles. Each present will mean more to one person than another, so knowing who will appreciate something is important. The shop is a fantastic place to buy new pieces of equipment and presents for party members, but there's so much more you can do. Throughout Scarlet Nexus, others drop intel and location information is scattered around. These can be exchanged for everything in the shop. It fundamentally means if you're short on money, there's another way to acquire the things you need. Outfits can be enhanced with visual gear like bunny ears, visors and gas masks. They don't add any buffs, but hey, they look pretty cool. Plugins attached to party members to provide a persistent buff, with 3 slots eventually opening up if you want them. In order to survive against the hordes of monsters, the brain map is a skill tree where abilities can be purchased every time you level up. There are 3 branches available at first, with 2 more opening up later down the line. I found I levelled up pretty fast and acquired plenty of additional bonuses and buffs. However, when you reach the tips of some of the branches, the effects are game changing. A hell of a lot of thought has gone into improving every character in Scarlet Nexus, and as for Yuito and Kasane, you'll be more than equipped when the game reaches its insane climax. For a story that focuses on time travel and an impending apocalypse, there's a definite focus on the power of friendship. There's a lot of dialogue throughout Scarlet Nexus, but it does a fantastic job of making you care for every character. Your steps from being a rookie in the OSF to literally saving the world are fastidiously crafted through cutscenes and artistic panels. There are moments where the story takes some dark turns, but there's also a lot of humour. Scarlet Nexus really does have everything. There are major twists, huge set pieces and more moral turns than Loki's journey in the MCU. As the end approaches, the story starts to lose its way but manages to pull you right back in for the payoff. You learn about where the others come from, what that huge red ball is in the sky and who you can really trust. Whatever you make of the narrative, it's impossible to deny that it is a fantastic science fiction chronicle. Scarlet Nexus has some of the finest combat I've ever had the pleasure of experiencing. It never gets old, with new mechanics added throughout. Your party is your family, you'll care greatly for each person, and even if some of the Bond episodes start to feel a bit repetitive, the overall journey is enjoyable. It's such a gorgeous game with hints of Blade Runner scattered throughout. It's a complete package. Magnificent gameplay, a deep story with plenty of threads, warming characters and a satisfying end that climaxes in one of the most intense boss battles I've ever seen. And for that reason, I'm going to score Scarlet Nexus a 9.5 out of 10.
You did it! That was very good!
Hey there, hope you enjoyed Chris White's review of Scarlet Nexus. If you did, please hit like and subscribe, maybe tag that bell icon too so you're kept up to date with everything we post on a given day. And if you do want to support us on Patreon, we appreciate everything that you guys do for us. In the meantime, I've been Mick Fraser, that was Chris White's review of Scarlet Nexus, and you guys have been lovely. Bye.